Welcome to the Ringer NBA Show. My name is Kevin O'Connor, and we have a very, very special episode today. I'm here with Sacramento Kings point guard De'Aaron Fox. De'Aaron, what's going on, dude?
Man, I'm doing well. Thank you for having me.
No problem, man. Appreciate you coming in. So you're out here in LA right now. It's the NBA offseason for you with Chris Gaston out here training at Sports Academy. Heading into your second season now, what's the focus working with Chris this summer?
Oh, first, that's my guy. I've been working out with him for a long time. But, I mean, with us, with the on-the-court stuff, just trying to shoot the ball a lot better next year, just get more efficient and just develop my game as a point guard. He helps me with a lot of pick-and-roll stuff, just being able to, ball security, double teams, passing, shooting. He basically just helps me with everything. You mentioned with the jumper, is that like mechanical stuff or is it more like getting reps? It's kind of both. So we were actually watching something from high school. He was like, look how you shot then. Like, it's kind of different. So just trying to go back to the way, it used to be, and then also getting a lot of reps at it.
What's the difference now, like with your shot mechanically?
I don't even know. Like, I literally have to look at the video, and it's like, you can kind of see the difference. So just trying to get back to that and, just doing it more consistently.
What prospects are you working with out there?
We have Lonnie Walker, Landry Shamat, Alize Johnson, I think that's the last name.
What's your scouting report for Landry? Because you played against him, I think.
Yeah, we played each other in college in the round of 32. Yeah, round of 32. I mean, shoot the shit out the ball, man. Man, like you watch him, he doesn't
Lights
miss.
Out. Off screens, handoffs.
I mean, he's a good point guard. Really developing his skill, developing his one-on-one game, and I can't give you everything. Wait till you get drafted. Wait till everybody gets drafted first. But man, he really shoots the ball well. He can create his own shot. Any shot that he gets off, it's kind of like, just hoping he misses.
For sure. Is that, are you working like one-on-one with him, or is it more like working individually?
I mean, we're all like in a group. It's only like four of us.
Yeah.
I think, it's four of us. And, we get a lot of 2-on-2 stuff, a lot of pick-and-roll stuff. Lonnie's a 2, a 1 and 2, can play both positions. Alize is more of a, in the modern day kind of a 4. He's like 6'8", 3'4". He can do everything a guard does, so he works out with us. And, he gets competitive. We do a lot of one-on-one. That's where you get better. Just playing, just going through the process. We do a lot of drills. We do a lot of shooting drills. But, at the end of the day, we still do a lot of one-on-one stuff just to get each other better. And, they ask me questions because, those guys might be older than me, but, I have the 1 year.
You have the 1 year NBA experience.
Yeah. So, they'll ask me questions, and I'm always open to help guys.
And you went through the whole pre-draft process, which obviously next week going back to Chicago, those guys will be heading out there doing all those interviews, the media day shit.
Yeah, definitely. So, I'll keep in touch with them. So I'm actually going to be out there,
for real?
For the I'll be there for the lottery.
Yes.
And they actually asked me to do the players panel this year, and I'm like, man, I got to get out of Chicago. Like, I don't like being somewhere too long. Yeah. So I'll be in Chicago for like 3 days, and those guys will see me before I leave. So
were you surprised the Kings asked you to represent the Kings instead of like Lady Bird or something like that?
No, I'm not. I wouldn't say I'm surprised. I'm a good face.
But, clutch this season too.
Yeah, right? And just try to bring some luck. I mean, last year we moved up 3 spots. Yeah. I don't even remember who was there last year for us, but
was it Vlade? Was it last year? Was it Vlade?
I don't remember who was there for the lottery, but they were supposed to have the 8 and 10, ended up getting the 5 and 10.
That's right.
So moved up 3 spots, and right now we're at 7. So just try to move up. If we don't move up, I'm never going again.
When you and Bogdanovich, you guys hit like a handful of go-ahead jumpers or game-winning jumpers or shots to send the game to overtime, which you guys won. Like, are there Kings fans in your mentions on Twitter like, damn, dude, you're ruining our lottery odds?
It's definitely. I've seen a few.
Okay.
I've seen a few.
So you're aware of that then? You see it.
Yeah, I'm aware of it. But for us, playing in those close games, being able to win those close games is a much better experience than, maybe 1 or 2 shots down the. Sometimes
to get like a little bit extra percentage increase. Cause
that little percentage isn't doing much anyway. So, us winning those games are helping us. It's not.
So, like, that's what you would say to those fans, like, hey,
that's what I would say.
Still get 18.3% chances of going in the top 3.
That's what I would say, but I mean, that ain't.
You watch college basketball last year? Or are you familiar with
all the time? All the time. Yeah. I watch a lot of college. I watch a lot of basketball. Period.
What do you think about some of the Kentucky guys this year? Shai Gilgeous-Alexander.
Shai played himself into the lottery.
Yeah.
Definitely.
I
played me, Malik, and Bam. We all went back. this summer and played against those guys.
Okay,
you know, before school started. And I mean, I could have told you before the season. You know, he was just really smooth. You know, he came into his own. You know, middle of the season. But you know, I could tell before the season just the way he played, and you know, he just had to get that confidence level up. And you know, he's like a 6'5" point guard.
Yeah, and it's big.
You know, extremely long, and he was just smooth. You know, he's going to be a really good player in the league.
Do you what about Jared Vanderbilt? I think you played AAU with him, right?
Yeah, so I've known Jared since 4th grade.
Okay, long time.
For him, you know, once he gets healthy, you know, I feel like he's the best rebounder.
He can defend. He can defend.
He's the best rebounder I've ever seen. You know, played against. You know, at 6'9", 6'8", 6'9", can really handle the ball. He can play point guard if you really needed him to, but he can go get the rebound and push the ball down the floor with anybody. So I just think once he gets healthy, you know, he hurt his foot, and once he gets healthy, he'll be able to show people what he can really do.
So Kings, let's say they win the lottery next Tuesday. You're all excited, and then Vladdy comes to you and he's like, "De'Aaron, you're making the pick this year." You know, what's your board looking like in the top 2, top 3? Do you have any preferences, or guys that stand out to you?
I really like, you know, Marvin, DeAndre. You know, if we want, you know, like a big wing, you know, like Mike.
Michael Porter.
Yeah, Michael Porter. Yeah. Miles Bridges, Malik Bridges. I mean, Mikal.
Yeah. No Luka Doncic? Don't watch much overseas?
I don't know much about overseas. Yeah. So, I mean, a lot of people like him. You know, a lot of people love his game.
A lot of Kings fans. That's the guy it seems like a lot of fans want, is Luka Doncic.
Yeah, there's been critics. You know, I've seen a lot of stuff. So, I mean, it's not too many foreign guys that have been, you know, stars in the league.
For sure.
You know,
it's a mixed bag. I mean, like I remember, you know, the expectation with Kristaps Porzingis was that he'll be slow to develop. You know, going to take a while, then he explodes.
See, but that's
it's the exception.
Porzingis
right?
There's a small percentage. I mean, so we played them in New York, right? And because when we played him back home, you know, he was already hurt. So we played him in New York, and I was just sitting there. I was actually sitting down, and he was standing there. I'm like, looking at him, I looked at somebody, I'm like, yo, he looked taller than 7 foot. He's like, bro, he's 7'3".
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, like I forgot he's 7'3". But like that dude's amazing. Like I wasn't starstruck or anything. It's just I was just looking at him like, yo, he looks like a lot taller than 7 foot. It's like, yeah, man,
imposing, even though he's lean.
Bro, he's
still put on some muscle.
Yeah, he's amazing. Like, I mean, for him, he doesn't have to put on muscle.
Yeah.
You know, he can if he really wants to, but he's going getting 40, you know, without being, you know, extremely strong. So
I think Luka Doncic would be a good fit for you guys. I do. I mean, multiple ball handler offense.
Yeah, definitely.
Take the load off of you a little bit.
Just someone to really guard, you know, a bigger wing.
Yeah.
That's what we kind of had problems with this year. So, I mean, if he can do that, you know, as far as defending, I feel like, you know, offensively we weren't bad. We got guys that can score. We just have to.
Buddy Hield really came into his own this year too.
Yeah, definitely. You know, once he found his role, you know, he's still learning. He's still learning his role. One thing for me, you know, even though I was young, just my IQ of the game was just, you know, coaches would always tell me, you know, like I feel like I'm ahead of the curve.
Did you feel it grow? Like over the course of the season?
Yeah, definitely. Yeah. I mean, even coming in, it's just, you know, I know how to play the game of basketball. You know, as cliche as that sounds, there are guys in the NBA who
can't make an entry pass.
Well, they just can't, you know, think the game. You know, talent takes you a long way. Some guys are just born talented. Some guys just work really hard, but you know, some people do struggle with, you know, understanding the game, and I think that's where I can help guys.
I think you know, that's certainly something like with a lot of draft prospects. Like they come in raw, like great athlete, but doesn't understand the game. Yeah. Like sometimes I tend to lean towards those guys that have that feel. That's why I like Doncic. But I'm assuming like your goal, like within the next couple of years, is like help get the Kings back into the playoffs, break that streak, right?
Definitely. So my brother's a Kobe fan.
Yeah.
So I saw the Kings game. So just try to get back to that. You know, the fans, man. Even though, you know, we're not winning a lot. The new arena is amazing for one, but you know, with the fans, you know, our games are packed every game. You know, no matter who we're playing, and just trying to give back to them. You know, they've been through the struggle and just try to get back to the playoffs.
You watching the playoffs this year?
Yeah. I'm not one of those guys yet that's like, you know, I ain't making it, so I'm not gonna watch it. I did it in college. You know, after we lost to Carolina, I didn't watch the Final Four of the championship. I'm one of those guys, but I mean, it wasn't.
Well, what changed then?
I mean, it wasn't, you know, much expectation for us, you know, to make the playoffs. So it's kind of, you know, I'm still watching, still learning. But college, like I felt like, you know, we should have won the championship, so I wasn't watching it.
It's been impressive to watch, like Jason Tatum, Donovan Mitchell. Yeah. I mean, rookies really shining for their teams.
Donovan was the biggest surprise.
Yeah.
I've known Donovan for a few years, and he went crazy this year. But like, you know, Ben has always had that game. You know, even in high school. Jason's played this way. When I say like this way, like the exact same way, like as far as game, you know, jab, stab, ISO, spin move, all that, since like 5th grade.
Yeah.
Like he's done.
It's just gotten better and better.
He's done nothing but get better,
older, right?
get bigger, get stronger. He has the same game. Like it didn't change at all. He's just gotten better at it.
Have you kept in touch with any of them in the playoffs? Like, you know,
yeah. Actually, I haven't talked to Jason since the playoff. Actually, I have, because you know we like I mean, you know, we're still on our phone. Like he'll slide up on my snap or something like that. So I mean, we all still talk. You know, it's all still fun, and you know, I wish some guys good luck during the playoffs. So.
What's the conversation like with like Donovan? I mean, like he's playing with like just a supreme level of confidence. I mean, like he always has been a confident player, but like he's really grown into that. It's like, is it anything like here's what I'm doing? Like, is there things like you're learning?
No, not really. No? But you know, sometimes you know it's fits. You know, he really fit that team, and you know they look for him to score. You know, they don't look at him like a rookie. You know, it doesn't even matter anymore. So. You know, they're looking at him to put the ball in the basket for him, and you know he did nothing but deliver.
It's like those dudes like really don't get nervous before games. Like, do you get nervous before games?
I get nervous before every game, but
how come?
I mean, it's just hell. Like even 5th grade, 6th grade, 7th grade, senior in high school team, we're supposed to be by 1,000. You know, I still get nervous. I just get nervous before I play basketball. But once the ball's thrown up, it's over. Nerves are gone.
So there's like nothing like that you do to calm down. It's just like once that ball gets thrown up,
it's go time. You know, it's just little butterflies.
Okay,
I don't do anything to shake them off or do anything to, you know, it doesn't matter who I'm playing against, whether it's, you know, LeBron or whoever's not as great as LeBron, anybody. But I mean, it's just a little pregame nerve. I always got it. But once that ball's thrown up, once it's tipped, nerves are gone. I'm playing basketball now at the end of the day.
How about like post game? Like you're wearing Boogie's brand right now, I think, right?
Yeah. I mean, that's my guy.
You care about like what you're wearing on for post game pressers and whatnot? Or?
I didn't care this year.
No,
I didn't care at all this year, man. It didn't matter to me this year. But I'll start putting some fists together for y'all.
Okay. At Kentucky, you know, like for you, it's like 30 games, like high intensity schedule, fans going nuts really every game. And then NBA season, 82 games, a lot of travel, slows down. What's that transition like going from really here every game to having to pace yourself?
Man, I was tired after the preseason.
For real?
Just because it's much like in college, you play a game, fly back to school, be at school for 3 days.
Yeah.
You might have 2 road games in a week, but this is like road game, fly to the next city, play again, back to back, fly to the next city, have a day or 2 in between, play again. And it's like that takes a lot out of you. You know, I think people don't understand that. You know, in the league, I think the toughest thing is to be consistent. You know, that's why you have you have a lot of guys that'll have a good week, 2 weeks, a month, maybe a year, but to do it for, you know, years and years, that's extremely tough. You know, sometimes, you know, people will say, you know, every game is someone's, you know, first impression of you. You know, they expect you to go perform, but, you know, they don't care about, you know, that you had 4 games in 5 nights and this is your 6th game. This is your 5th game in 7 nights. They don't care about that.
It's not just playing on the court. It's practicing. It's film sessions. It's traveling. Traveling is something.
Traveling is the biggest part, just because, you know, you probably won't get the rest that you wanted or anything like that. And people don't understand that. Like, just traveling itself is a burden. Have
you gotten good at sleeping on planes?
Oh, I've always been able to sleep in anything moving. Like, if we get in a car and I'm in a passenger seat and we're about to drive for an hour, don't expect to be talking to me because I'm out. Like, I'm going to sleep.
You've had 2 veterans in the locker room this season, Zach Randolph and Vince Carter. Get any good Zach Randolph stories?
Zebo the OG. I mean, he takes care of you. Like, one time, he told me to go get like a Beats pill from the mall, and he once he told me to go get 3 of them, so I went and got 3. He gave me like a rack, like $1,100. I'm like, bro, it doesn't like.
How much?
You might spend like $500.
Okay.
Like, oh no, you good?
It's a tip.
It's cool.
It's just a tip.
I mean, he takes care of you. Those guys, you know, vets really look out for their young guys.
With Vince, like he was in NBA when I was a young kid, but you were a toddler. He was in the NBA.
He was drafted before I turned 1.
It's crazy. Yeah. So like in high school, you're playing with everybody's same age group as you, same in college for the most part, unless like there's a 5th year senior or something. But even then,
everybody's
same group
around the same age.
But now in the NBA, it's like What's it like relationships wise in the locker room when you're 19 when you enter the league, turn 20, and then like you're with a guy in his 40s?
Playing with grown men now, but I mean, it's just a respect level. You know, those guys could be my dad, but you know, we all know we're coming in with the same goal, same mindset. You know, playing basketball, but you know, just once you respect each other, you know, it doesn't really matter their age. You know,
so it's really just a respect thing. Age almost isn't even
a
conversation.
You know, I mean, it'll come up with putting up the balls on the rack or something like that. You know, years of experience in the NBA, but as far as like relationships, it's just, you know, we respect each other and it's fine.
Is Vince still that same guy? I've heard like stories of like his work ethic. Is he like that's still that first guy in the gym?
Yeah. So like, you know how, there are videos of people, you know, shooting before games.
Yeah.
You know, he's always the first one. One thing about him, one thing that he taught us, you know, just how to take care of your body. You know, like use the trainers. You know, a lot of times young guys, you never see them on the training table. Vince is there every day, all day. You know, at 41, even in practice, you know, he still goes hard. He can still windmill between the legs, all that. And he just shows us. I mean, he's just all around professional. He just shows us how it's done.
How do they help with off court stuff? Because I mean, it's like we talked about with traveling and all that other stuff. Like you got money now, and you know you're a high profile person in Sacramento and whatnot. So it's like, how do they help you manage that?
With that, I mean, it's just don't do dumb stuff. You know, it's not too much anybody can really tell you.
Yeah.
You know, try to live your life. You know, try to live it as normal as possible. I'm more of a gamer, so not too many people do what I'm doing. But I mean, those guys, it's just at the end of the day, you're still a person. Don't try to overthink it off the court.
I saw you got a Tesla.
Yeah, right? Yeah. I got the
first car you got after.
Yeah, so I got it wrapped matte black.
Okay.
Red gutted the inside, so it's like all red on the inside.
Yeah, you use autopilot on that driving to the arena?
I only do it when like it's traffic.
Okay.
It's like, you know, you get tired of taking your foot off the brake and putting it on the gas. So I'll put it in auto when it's a lot of traffic.
Shout out to Elon Musk. He's a little inside joke on the Ringer NBA show that he's like the biggest listener of the show.
Is he?
No, he's not.
I was about to say.
No, he doesn't. He's
That's
not.
crazy. That would be crazy though.
I mean,
he'd have to give you all at least a Model C for free.
Oh, that would be sick. If Elon's listening, I mean, hit me up.
I love the Tesla though. I'm so glad that was my first car.
Are you an Elon Musk fan?
Now I am. I am now.
You ride his cars. Would you like ever take a trip in a SpaceX spaceship?
What? Real quick, I would drive the what's it called they coming out with the 18-wheeler.
Oh yeah,
that's crazy.
See, they're building tunnels like in LA. They're doing, it's supposed to be for cars, but now it's going to be like pedestrians and whatnot.
He could definitely take me on his spaceship for real.
To Planet Vegeta.
Shit, we can go wherever.
Planet Vegeta.
As long as I'm in there and just don't break down.
For listeners who are like, what is Planet Vegeta?
Dragon Ball Z reference, baby.
Can you explain who Vegeta is and what show he's from?
Vegeta is my favorite character on Dragon Ball Z. Like, if you tell a girl, like, sometimes a girl, all right, put it this way. It's like, you saw him about Dragon Ball Z, blah, blah, blah. If a girl sees something, is that Goku? Like everybody can't be Goku.
That's an insult.
It's like,
that's an insult.
But they say it for anybody. Like, if you Piccolo, like, someone
Gohan,
green, it's like, is that Goku? Yeah. It's like, it's funny.
Yeah, I mean, he's the main character.
I have a little laugh.
Why is Vegeta your favorite character?
I've always just liked the underdog. I like the villain. You know, he was a villain at the beginning of the show, and I just think as far as character development, he's definitely far past everybody. Him and I would say like Piccolo probably have like the best character development.
I think Gohan was my favorite. He was always my favorite. I don't know why, but he just always felt like I could relate.
That Cell games made everybody a Gohan fan.
Yeah,
then,
man. I mean, with the one arm, right?
Yeah, then they threw him off the deep end right after that. So
yeah, I know. Now I guess he's kind of lame. And
he was pretty good in Super. He was okay.
Yeah, okay. I haven't watched Super, but
you haven't? Are you waiting for it all to come out in English?
There's just like no time at all right now, but it'll happen.
Man,
but
I watched it. I watched it.
You like it?
I watched the sub. So like, man, I kind of got used to Goku, Gohan, and Goten are all voiced by a female.
Okay,
in the Japanese version. So like going back to watching it in English, it seems so weird.
Okay,
yeah.
I think Vegeta was always my second favorite though, and like he has all those iconic lines. Like my favorite always like, does a machine like yourself ever experience fear?
Yeah, like I put that on my Instagram. I don't know if you saw it. Did you see it?
No, I didn't.
So like it's a
good one.
I have the hoodie of the sand armor.
I'm about to pull
this up. Pull up my Instagram. So I have the hoodie and the sand armor and his armor.
Okay.
And that was my caption.
I remember you wearing that. I didn't know about the caption.
It was before a Laker game. I kind of knew it would blow up.
Yeah.
So like that's why I wore it, and that was the caption.
So you do think about what you're wearing then a little bit.
I mean, like that was like a national televised game. So I knew everybody was watching. So like,
you got a favorite line by Vegeta? Anything that comes to mind?
Nah, but I like scenes like right before he committed suicide. You know,
Yeah.
I don't know. It's impossible for humans to do because he blew himself up like with his own energy.
Yeah.
So, like, don't think about doing that. Don't think you can do that. So he blew
Don't try
himself
that
up
at
with his
home.
own energy.
Yeah.
And it was, you know, for his family basically. You know, he was really trying to protect his son and his wife. So
How old were you when you first got into DBZ?
I don't know. I would say I was in like elementary school, but I didn't remember too much. But then once I was like a freshman or sophomore in high school, I went back and watched everything.
Okay.
Like I went back and watched
So
Dragon Ball.
in high school you were watching then?
Yeah. I went back and watched Dragon Ball, watched all of Dragon Ball Z, watched all of Dragon Ball GT. And that's kind of when I really became a big fan. But like my favorite show actually is Avatar: Last Airbender.
Okay.
That's
For real?
Yeah.
So it's not Dragon Ball Z?
Nah, Dragon Ball Z is just more.
That's got crushed listeners who like associate with
But I've said
these-
it many
yeah.
times. Like I've said it a lot. And Dragon Ball Z is just a more popular one that everybody knows. You know, everybody.
It's like the most mainstream anime.
Like everybody
Besides
knows
Pokemon,
Dragon Ball Z.
yeah.
Like Dragon Ball Z, Pokemon, Naruto. Everybody knows. Everybody knows that.
So like when you're not riding in your Tesla, not watching DBZ Super, or rather Dragon Ball Super, like you have a lot of free time. You're playing video games. What games you've been playing a lot lately?
2 days ago I beat God of War.
Okay.
Just beat God of War. I'm a Call of Duty fan. I'm a Call of Duty fanboy. I would play Call of Duty every day, every night. I'll throw away Fortnite. Couldn't care less about Fortnite, anything like that. Like
COD, your favorite game all time?
all time.
Which one?
COD 4.
Okay.
That's the one I really started. I played like COD 3 the ones before that, like on PlayStation 2.
Modern Warfare 2 is mine. That was my favorite one.
I gotta go with the original. Okay. I really like Modern Warfare 2. I think Black Ops 2 is a lost game.
Yeah.
Like
solid.
Because like we would all like me and my friends would talk about, you know, which one we like the most, and you know, it's always Modern Warfare 2, and mine's always COD 4 because that's where I started and I really love that game. But I watch a lot of COD videos. I would say like shout out to Chaos Top. Have you heard of Chaos Top 10?
No, I haven't.
So he does like a lot. He does like top 10 assault rifles, you know, in COD history, top 10 maps, COD history, worst guns in COD history.
Okay.
He does a bunch of stuff. I don't know what I was doing, but I watched one of his videos and I kind of just kept watching. He's been doing it for years. And every time somebody would bring up something from Black Ops 2, I would go back and look at it like, yo, that was really like a great game. So like I would have to say Black Ops 2 was probably. See, but then I also love Modern Warfare 3. Like all the Modern Warfares I love. So it's like COD 4, Modern Warfare 2, Modern Warfare 3, Black Ops 2.
You Halo guy at all? You've ever played Halo?
Nah, see, I'm PlayStation.
Okay.
Always been PlayStation.
Okay,
Never,
so yeah, that was
I didn't
my
like
thing.
Halo.
Yeah, okay, dang. I mean, Halo 3 was my favorite. I probably logged like 60 hours
60?
On that game.
Nah,
60 days, rather. 60 days.
Because COD War, World
60
War II,
days, something like that.
World War II, the last COD, I'm on 11 days right now. 11 days and something hours.
And that's like just the one game, not all of them combined.
All of them combined.
Yeah. It's a lot of days
decades
in your
there.
life.
God, decades, man.
You ever play Dragon Ball video games at all?
Yeah, so like I started early. So like I played the Dragon Ball Budokais, Dragon Ball Tenkaichi.
Okay.
I've been at all. Like I mean, I have the Xenoverse and the last one, Z Fighter. But man, I remember the Dragon Ball Z, Budokai, Tenkaichi 3, all that. I played it all.
Do you think you'll ever like stop playing video games? The reason why I ask is because I'm 27 now, and maybe it was like 4 years ago or whatnot. Like I mentioned, I played like 50 days of Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2, like 60 of Halo 3, and like I don't even know much about Fortnite now. Like I feel so out of loop. I don't play anymore.
I'm as busy as I'll ever be at this point. I mean, I'm in the NBA, a lot of travel.
True.
And, you know, once I retire, I feel like I won't be doing that much. Yeah. So I don't know.
I mean,
maybe with age, I might stop playing.
You got your YouTube channel now. How'd that come about?
I kind of just wanted to connect with fans. You know, I have a Twitch and a YouTube account, so just be able to play with fans. Sometimes, you know, I'll invite people and I'll invite people to the lobby and we'll just go out and play, and I'll have my mic on and, you know, just be normal. And a lot of people love that.
Do you, when you're not on Twitch or you're like maybe even in high school, did you talk trash playing?
I was
playing
spitting
live?
real.
Yeah.
What? I used to go crazy.
That was the best part, right?
Yeah. Especially when you would find someone who'd rage.
Yeah.
I
know. Yeah, make them rage quit out of the room. Nothing better than that.
Yeah, definitely.
That's probably the equivalent.
The
of
ones you can really do it in is going free for all because you can hear everybody.
Oh yeah.
But like if you're playing against someone, once you kill them, then you can hear them.
Yeah, absolutely. That's like the equivalent of like dunking on somebody.
Man,
right?
I think people go way worse than that. If you die, especially if they're on a kill streak or something, and you kill them, you hear it.
Nothing better than that. You're hosting a very special basketball clinic this weekend in honor of Mother's Day. Can you explain that, De'Aaron?
So, you know, me and my mom had breast cancer or something, you know, just for breast cancer awareness. But I just always wanted to, just hold my own camp, with my name on it, just be able to help kids and just be able to interact with people who, without that camp would probably never see you in public or anything like that. So it's just gonna be cool just to be on the court with a lot of little kids, and it's a younger group, a really younger group, and sometimes with kids that young, they don't know, the significance of it, just yet, but. I just like being able to interact with other people, outside of the game, outside of guys who, are professionals or celebrities or anything like that.
This is something I think you started like having the idea for last year when you wore the jacket.
Oh,
right,
yeah.
Draft,
So,
right?
yeah, because my mom had breast cancer. She's a breast cancer survivor. 18 years, something like that.
Wow. It's amazing.
And, yeah, definitely. I mean, I didn't understand it, until I grew up. So just being able to do this is great. And then she'll be in Sac with me for Mother's Day. I'm gonna stay there for Mother's Day, and then I'm gonna go to Chicago for the draft lottery.
Get the number 1 pick.
Yeah, try.
There's gonna be a kids versus mom game, right? I think at the clinic this weekend.
I
saw that.
I don't even know the full schedule.
I think it's gonna be kids versus moms.
Yeah, we can
in the game. I'm pretty sure. You didn't know?
I couldn't even tell you what the schedule was. But we'll figure it all out.
Your mom played basketball, I think, right?
Yeah, she played in college.
Okay, she good?
Yeah. So like she played at University of Arkansas Little Rock.
Okay.
So she has like the free throw record,
For
free
real?
throw percentage.
Okay.
So every time like I miss a free throw, she'd like cause she was a good free throw.
What you shoot from the line this year?
Shit, I only shot like 70 something, 73,
okay.
74. But I didn't shoot a lot. Like if I got to the line,
you got to get that rhythm, right? Yeah.
Man, Rooks ain't getting a call. So
yeah. What was her record like? Plus, we're talking 90. Like JJ Redick level, 90+%.
Yeah. Or no, she was like 89, 90, something like that. She was really up there.
I get the impression like, this is probably one of the better things about, being in the NBA, being able to help other people, right?
Yeah, of course. I mean, it gives you that platform. It gives you that platform to help people. And, even though you're just playing basketball, you're a role model to people and people, a lot of kids. And I've had even people older than me tell me that they look up to me. So
that must feel good, right?
Yeah. Just knowing that you're in that position, it's fantastic. And I just try to do what's right all the time, but that's just who I am. Even if I wasn't playing basketball, I would always be trying to do what's right for people.
Darren, appreciate you joining the show, man. This is fun.
Oh yeah, no problem. Thank you.
It's a good time, man. Keep doing your thing.
Appreciate it.
Thank you.